What's up, everybody? Welcome into Dodgers Daily, presented by DodgerBlue.com. My name is Jeff Spiegel, and today we are finally done with a 5-game series against the Diamondbacks. Mookie Betts with the walk-off victory last night, giving the Dodgers the series victory 3-2. And today we welcome in the St. Louis Cardinals to Los Angeles. Andrew Heaney on the mound for the Dodgers. Jose Quintana on the mound for the Cardinals. That's a 7:10 p.m. And it is worth noting right from the get-go, this is an Apple TV game, so keep that in mind. As far as today's headline, though, looking ahead, potential NLCS preview, question mark. Are the Cardinals a team the Dodgers could face? Looking at the playoff bracket, I'm still getting used to this new system, but one thing we can almost say definitively is that the Dodgers will not face the Cardinals in the first round. Because the Cardinals are the third seed, they would always be on the number 2 seed side of the bracket, so the only way the Dodgers could face them is in the NLCS. And yet, when you look at the Cardinals roster, it's not hard to envision a team like this making a run in October. They've got Paul Goldschmidt, the heavy favorite to win the MVP. He's hitting .321 with 35 home runs. They've got Nolan Arenado, who's second in that National League, behind Goldschmidt in wins above replacement. On the pitching side, there's no one guy that jumps out as being in the NL Cy Young conversation, and yet when you look at wins above replacement, not a perfect pitching metric, but for the sake of this argument, you've got Jose Quintana, tonight's starter, who's at 10th, Wainwright at 14th, Mikolas at 17th, you've got Ryan Helsley, who's just behind Evan Phillips as far as ERA among relief pitchers, and so the point is, this is an incredibly good team, and come October, I have sort of a sneaking suspicion that this group has the right pieces, the right makeup, to succeed in the postseason, to make a deep run. They've got some veterans on that team. So it should be a fun series this weekend, but just something to watch, the matchups, and see how they play out, how various pitchers and hitters match up. Do we get a chance to see Helsley or Phillips versus some of the best hitters on the opposing lineup? Just something to keep your eye on as we move forward in this one. As for the pitching matchup, as I said, Heaney versus Quintana on the mound. Quintana, I mentioned, been very good this year. Kind of an interesting stat line, 3.16 ERA, but how about this? 29 starts, 3.16 ERA. He has just 11 decisions on the year, a 5-6 record. The peripheral's not great. Strikeouts per 9, one of the worst among qualified pitchers. The expected batting average, 20th percentile. The whiff rate, 31st percentile. But on the plus side, he has limited hard contact, barrel rate, hard hit rate, exit velocity, all very good for Quintana. Also coming off, by the way, his best start of the season. 8 scoreless innings of 2 hit ball, although, caveat, it was against the Reds. In 3 starts in September, Quintana has a .96 ERA. He has not allowed more than 2 earned runs since July 15th, so more than 2 months going now. On the other side, we've got Andrew Heaney for the Dodgers, a strikeout machine taking the bump. He's coming off an encouraging start of his own against the Giants. 4 scoreless innings in which he struck out 8. More importantly, it's the first start in a month in which he did not allow a home run, probably the most important metric to monitor with Heaney moving forward. Interestingly, as far as matchups go, Molina and Arenado, the only 2 guys who have seen Heaney in their career, just 8 career total at bats. As far as the lines for tonight, we've got the money line, Dodgers minus 165, plus 125 on the run line to win by 2 or more, and the total for tonight is 8. I was kind of surprised to see the total that low, but what's interesting, even about Heaney, we talk about the home run rate. This is a guy who's allowed more than 3 runs just one time in 13 starts, so you've got a night game in Dodger Stadium, the ball not traveling as well, the Dodger offense in a funk, Andrew Heaney on the mound. I'm intrigued by the under. We're going to play an alternate line here in just a little bit. As for some props, picks of the day, getting a boost yesterday. We threw 3 at you. We hit 2 out of the 3 for a positive day, so we're back in the green for the season. We're going to give you 3 more, but just going through some of the options for us. The Heaney strikeout number, if you watch the show, you know I love the Heaney over strikeouts. 6.5 is the number tonight. Even money, and that's because he's facing a Cardinals team that is 5th in Major League Baseball with the fewest strikeouts per game at just over 7.5, but Heaney has gone over 6.5 in 5 of his last 6 starts. Quintana's strikeout total, 3.5. The under on that is plus 115. So I told you he's not a strikeout guy, so I don't like the over. And yet, with Gallo, Bellinger, Taylor, some combination of those guys patrolling the lineup, I'm not touching the under either. There was a point last night's game where the Dodgers, the bottom 4 in the Dodgers lineup was 0 for 11 with 10 strikeouts before Cody Bellinger doubled to lead off the 9th inning. Quintana's out total, just 14.5. That seems low to me for a guy who's gone over 5+ innings in 3 straight. As I said, went 8 innings his last time out. So minus 145 on the over there. On the batter side, I like to look at hits. Those numbers are usually so big that I don't touch them, but Goldschmidt is just minus 170, sort of a suspicious line there. For context, Freddie Freeman minus 285 to get a hit. Mookie Betts, you have to bet over 1.5. So Goldie at minus 1.7, not sure I understand that one. So here we go as far as picks of the day. I mentioned a number of them. Let's go Andrew Heaney over 6.5 strikeouts. I wussed out last time and he hit it. So we're going to just keep riding it. That his strikeout stuff overpowers a team that even on their end, they don't strike out a ton. So over 6.5, that's even money. Give me the Quintana over 14.5 outs. That's minus 145. And then I'm going to parlay Goldschmidt to get a hit. I need a little something to get that back towards even money. So I'll do an alternate under of 11.5. That gets me to even money. So Heaney over strikeouts, Quintana over outs, and then Goldschmidt to get a hit, parlayed with the under of 11.5. That's plus 100. That's our preview for tonight's game. If you missed it, by the way, yesterday we posted a video, Daniel and I, talking about Clayton Kershaw and some news that we got on that front, so make sure to check that out. And be sure to check out Dodger Blue 1958 on social media. And our YouTube page, we had tons of post-game locker room coverage from the walk-off win last night. So good stuff there as well. Dodgers opening up a set against the Cardinals. Apple TV tonight, 7:10 p.m. Heaney versus Quintana. Should be a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day, and go Dodgers.